Now we're going to go through the structure of the feedback, okay? So it is the 5-step feedback. First one, name the behavior you see and stop talking. The person is going to probably self-correct. You have to give a chance, okay? Yeah, and they can talk, right? And it's a conversation, remember, it's not a monologue. So sometimes that's gonna be enough. You're gonna have a nice organic conversation and then you can even skip some steps. But sometimes it's not gonna be enough. And then you're gonna have to go to number 2. Compare the behavior you see to what's agreed, expected, or the rule. Number 3, reveal the impact of the behavior on you, the team, the client, the project, himself, okay? But you have to pick one. Which one does the person care the most about, okay? And then you pick the one and use that one, all right?
Okay.
4, tell him what you know to be true about his overall behavior or character. It's called the oasis. You can say overall good things. And then number 5, plan for moving forward. So you have to try to predict potential setbacks and solutions to those setbacks and a clear action step, what you're gonna do after this, okay? With a timeline for when you're going to discuss this again. So now it's like you create like a contract, okay? And you guys are shaking hands like, oh, we're gonna have to be careful about this because this subject is not over. Hello, Míriam!
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
Everything is good, and you?
I'm good as well. How about your classmate? How are you today? Everything good? I hope so. So guys, we're gonna work with an article by Harvard Business Review. It says that the feedback, the way we do it, doesn't work very well, all right? So it's called the feedback fallacy. And Míriam, what you're gonna do, and you're watching us at home or at work, where you are, you're gonna do this. Listen to the audio attentively and identify the 3 main problems with feedback, okay? Look sharp. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
For years now, managers have been encouraged to candidly praise and criticize just about everything workers do. But it turns out that feedback does not help employees thrive. First, research shows that people can't reliably rate the performance of others. More than 50% of your rating of someone reflects your characteristics, not hers. Second, neuroscience reveals that criticism provokes the brain's fight or flight response and inhibits learning. Last, excellence looks different for each individual, so it can't be defined in advance and transferred from one person to another. It's also not the opposite of failure. Managers will never produce great performance by identifying what they think is failure and telling people how to correct it.
Okay. So how about you guys? Were you able to identify some of the problems with feedback?
The first problem is the people who gives feedback identify the problem visualizing himself or themselves and not the person who is receiving the feedback.
Okay, that's one problem. All right. What else?
And the second one, I think, is the person who receives the feedback keeping fighting against the results.
More or
And
less,
the third, I can't identify.
How about you? You're Míriam's classmate. Were you able to identify the third one? So now let's check, because I brought the audio in actually text version, okay? Míriam, can you read here?
For years now, managers have been encouraged to candidly praise and criticize just about everything workers do. But it turns out the feedback does not help employees thrive. First, research shows that people can't reliably rate the performance of others. More than 50% of your rating of someone reflects your characteristics, not hers. Second, neuroscience reveals that criticism provokes the brain's fight or flight response and inhibits learning. Last, excellence looks different for each individual, so it can't be defined in advance and transferred from one person to another. It's also not the opposite failure. Managers will never produce great performance by identifying what they think is failure and telling people how to correct it.
Okay, so do you see number 3 there?
Instead?
The third problem? Excellence looks
Yeah.
different for each individual. It's a
For
subjective.
each individual, yeah.
It's a subjective concept, you know.
Yeah.
You can't ask somebody to excel because what is excelling? What is high performance? You know, it's subject to interpretation. Míriam, be careful with failure. Failure.
Failure.
Yes, failure. Very good.
Failure.
Inhibits.
Inhibits. Okay.
And there is an ending to this article, okay, which is the part inside the blue box, right? Could you read it, Míriam?
Mm-hmm. Instead, when managers see a great outcome, they should turn to the person who created it, say, yes, that, and share their impression of why it was a success. Neuroscience shows that we grow most when people focus on our strengths. Learning rests on our grasp of what we're doing well, not what we're doing poorly, and certainly not on someone else's sense of what we're doing poorly.
All right. So what do you understand by this, Míriam? What is good feedback according to this?
We grow most when people focus on our strengths.
Yeah, focus.
So,
Focus.
Focus.
Yes, focus on our strengths, okay? Hold that thought because
Right.
it's going to be necessary for this class later on, okay?
For this class, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be important. Let's talk about management now, yeah? Perspectives on management. So, before we actually talk about what management is, we're going to check some managers talking about their jobs. Okay, so first one is Tom, the general manager of a brick company.
My job is simple. I have to make sure that the company finds customers in various sectors of the construction industry, meets our production targets, and makes a profit.
All right. Míriam, can you read?
My job is simple. I have to make sure that the company finds customers in various sectors of the construction industry, meets our production targets, and makes a profit.
I think it's duck time! Quack, 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 quack.
Duck time!
Duck time!
That's you!
Production!
Oh, this word, the secret word, production.
Okay, so what's Tom's job? What does he have to do, Míriam?
Tom had to make sure that the company finds customers in various sectors of the construction industry, meets the production of the company, and of course, make a profit.
All right, fine. Let's go to the next one. So Harriet is the chief executive of a national orchestra, okay?
Each season we create an innovative program that will appeal to a broad range of audiences. We have to set realistic prices for tickets for each concert. We have to cover our costs within an agreed annual budget.
All right. Míriam, can you read?
Each season we create an innovative program that will appeal to a broad range of audiences. We have to set realistic prices for tickets for each concert. We have to cover our costs within an agreed annual budget.
Míriam, what does she have to do? What are her tasks?
To set realistic prices for tickets for each concert and cover costs within an agreed annual budget. She has to respect the budget and plan.
Yes. All right. Now let's go to Dick, who manages a major hotel. All right.
Okay.
My job is to pay attention to every detail of every guest stay with us.
All right. Míriam, can you read?
My job is to pay attention to every detail of every guest stay with us.
All
It's a
right.
difficult job. Yeah, a hotel has a lot of customers, huh? Guests.
Yeah. So now that we checked some managers explaining their jobs, Míriam, in your words, what is managing? If I was a child, I'm a child named Bruno, I'm 10 years old. Aunt Míriam, what is managing?
Well, managing is take care about your company. Try to work the best way with money, with people, different problems.
Well, let's check some definitions by famous institutions. The control and organization of a business and its employees. That's Cambridge, okay? The process of dealing with or controlling things or people. Oxford. The administration of an organization, business, or government body. Wikipedia. The guidance and control of action required to execute a program. Harvard. Which of these do you like the most, Míriam?
I like the guidance and control of action required to execute a program.
And how about you, Míriam's classmate? Which one do you like the most? We're gonna have some managers looking at us here, right, Míriam? So comment because we wanna know. And now, Míriam, can you read here? They all?
Yeah. They all work in different environments with different stakeholders, that is, all the people who can be affected by their company's actions, and different key performance indicators to measure success, but they share some general management responsibility.
You don't know the stress.
No.
Which syllable to stress, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
If you don't know which syllable to
Responsibilities?
stress, yeah, there you go.
Responsibilities.
There you go. You got the strong syllable, and now you can do it. Okay, very good. Be careful with success. Okay, me success.
Success.
You know when you say a movie is bad, and you say, "Oh, this movie success." It's the same pronunciation. No. It's the same pronunciation. Okay. Success. You're never gonna forget now, you know? It's like the opposite, right? This movie is a success or success?
Success, okay.
Like Avengers, you know, the Avengers is a success, right? And Justice League, success.
Oh no! Poor Justice League.
The movie, you know, the comics are amazing, but the movie, you know, sucks ass.
but it's a good comparison.
Yeah, now you won't forget, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Míriam. Now paying attention to this. What do you imagine are the responsibilities they share?
Oh, for sure, makes a profit.
Okay, so making a profit?
Making a profit, because all of them, these actions actually help the company to make more money. So pay attention to the detail.
Okay, all of that.
They have to.
Let's check it out. Can you read, Míriam?
Identifying customers' needs, setting targets and putting the necessary resources in place, planning and scheduling their own work and the team they manage, measure performance and the outcomes achieved, reporting on results.
Okay, and be careful with identifying.
Identifying.
All right.
Identifying, okay.
perspectives on management. Okay, I'm gonna play it once, Míriam. Okay, and you pay lots of attention because after I play it, you will explain in your words.
Henry Mintzberg, a Canadian professor of management, has made significant contributions to our understanding of managerial work and the role of the manager. He has identified different roles in a manager's job and placed them in 3 categories. Interpersonal roles. A manager is the figurehead, providing leadership for the team, the department, or the organization and liaising with other stakeholders, both internal and external. Information roles. A manager has to be an effective communicator as information constantly moves in, round, and out of the organization. Decision roles. A manager has responsibility for spotting opportunities, allocating resources, and dealing with conflict or the day-to-day differences that can arise in any team or organization.
In a few words, what is the text about?
The 3 parts of the managing part in a company: interpersonal, information, and decision roles.
All right, very good. Make 10 word combinations from boxes 1 and 2. Get this word here, for instance, and choose another word that is a match, okay?
Okay.
So let's do it in order, right? Let's start with allocate.
So, allocate resources.
Allocate resources, okay. How about cover, Míriam?
Cover costs.
Cover costs, very good. Identify me.
Identify needs.
Very good. What else?
Make a profit.
Make a profit. You like this part, right, Míriam?
Yeah, this one is easy.
Okay.
The next is measure performance.
Measure performance, good.
And meet targets.
Meet targets, all right.
Like our friend from hotel, pay attention to detail.
Like our friends from the hotel, pay attention to detail.
And report on results.
Report on results, good.
Set prices.
Set prices, very good. And finally,
Spot opportunity.
spot opportunities. There you go. Thumbs up. No clap. Míriam, be careful with the word hotel. Tel is the, stress syllable there.
Hotel.
Okay? Hotel. All right.
Hotel.
That's it.
Okay.
Got it. All right. So from these things here, which are the ones you have to do, Míriam?
Oh, I have to identify needs.
Identify
Make a
needs.
profit.
Make a profit.
Meet targets.
Meet
Pay
targets.
attention to detail.
All of us do, right? Okay.
Yeah. Report on results.
Report on results.
Sometimes set prices.
Every now and then setting prices, okay. At least participating in the meetings,
Yeah.
right, to set prices.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic, Míriam. How about you? Míriam's classmate. How about you? I want to know from you. Which are the ones here that you actually also perform? Send on the comments. Now we have a different activity, Míriam. You two, both of you. You have to identify the accent of each English-speaking native.
Please, classmate, don't leave me alone.
Don't leave me.
leave your comment.
So we have allocate resources. Okay, allocate resources. That's how Bruno, who has influence from the Californian accent, would say it, right? But there's a different person saying here. Pay attention, okay, guys? Pay attention.
Okay.
Allocate resources.
Again?
Allocate resources.
Do you have any ideas, Míriam?
Oh, resources.
It's strange, different, right? It's different.
Yeah, different.
Allocate resources.
You got a flag here. It's not Game of Thrones, I promise. I know it looks like Game of Thrones, but it's a real country.
Chinese?
No, because it's an English-speaking country, like native.
Ah, English speaking. Okay, okay.
Yeah, all of them are really like native English speakers, you know. How about you, Miriam's classmate? Do you know what it is? Let's check it out.
Allocate resources.
Wales. Do you know this country, Míriam? Wales? Close by England?
No.
Just below England?
I couldn't imagine the sound. They sound like this.
We're just getting started. Let's go to the next one. Cover costs, okay?
Cover costs. Cover costs.
What is it, guys? Let's check it out.
Cover costs.
It's Australia.
Cover costs. That's very Australian, you know. Cover. Aussie English, yes. Identify needs. Let's check it out.
Identify needs.
American.
Identify needs.
Yeah, you got it.
Identify needs.
Ooh, make a profit.
Make a profit. Make a profit.
Any ideas, Míriam? Remember Lord Karstark from Game of Thrones? It's like make a profit. Yeah.
Make a profit.
British accent. Make a profit. Let's do it again.
Make a profit.
I heard this accent. Oh God, Peak Blinders. Peak Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah. Measure performance. Let's check it out.
Measure performance. Measure performance.
New Zealand.
How do you know, Míriam?
Measure performance.
Measure performance.
Measure performance.
Instead, I'm feeling better, yeah? I'm feeling way better today, yeah? So it's like a better, instead, measure, yeah? It's so Kiwi, right? So Kiwi. It's New Zealander, right? Meet targets, okay. Let's check it out.
Meet targets.
What was that, Míriam?
Meet targets.
Oh, it's a Canadian.
Meet targets.
Almost American.
Pay attention to detail. Let's check it out.
Pay attention to detail.
Another different accent, right?
Sounds like British, but yeah.
Pay attention to detail.
Oh, it's Irish.
Yeah.
Pay attention to detail.
Pay attention to
Pay
detail.
attention to detail. Well, those are all
Nice.
correct. Those are accents, you know.
Yeah.
It might seem odd to us, but the person who's born there, that's their reality. So, report on results, Míriam. Let's check it out.
Report on results. Report on results.
Report.
She did not prove to be a woman.
Report on results.
India, but okay, but India is
They are
English is the
English-speaking.
official language.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
They're an English-speaking nation, for sure.
Nice.
Indian English.
Report.
Indian English.
Report on results.
Set prices. Ready?
Ready.
Set prices.
Set prices.
Set prices.
South Africa.
Set prices.
Whoa, nice.
Don't
Set,
forget South
set
Africa.
prices.
Spot opportunities. Let's check it out.
Spot opportunities.
Spot opportunities. Which one is it, Míriam?
Yeah, British. British.
Hey, from
Spot
England.
opportunities. Spot
English.
opportunities.
Spot opportunities. All right, there you go. Did you like this activity, Míriam?
Yeah, a lot.
I know. Ooh, what is this? Now it's time to deliver effective feedback to your co-workers.
Oh, now we have sound for clap, clap, clap.
You see? I don't have to say clap, clap, clap. But I said anyway. It was there, right? Okay, so now let's deliver effective feedback to your coworkers, okay? You should give feedback to everyone that you work with directly, okay? According to Harvard Business Review, mainly top notch. You don't get any better than Harvard Business Review when it comes to management. Blind spots, Míriam. We should watch out for blind spots here. So the feedback 101. What it's advisable, okay? We grow more when feedbacks are focused on our strengths. Remember? Again from the audio, again from the text, right? Feedback shouldn't be a monologue, okay? It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Feedbacks are not about personality. They're about work-related activities and tasks. Fight or flight. If you bring personality, you're gonna, trigger fight or flight. Prefrontal cortex is gonna be shut off. There's gonna be no conversation and no learning. So avoid personality. And finally, okay, there's a bunch of stuff to avoid, but what to do? What to do, okay? Effect a dramatic increase in positive feedbacks on a regular basis. So your climate will affect the overall culture of your company. Have you heard about this term, Míriam? Climate? Your climate? Climate is like this. I'll explain. Okay, you too. Okay, Míriam and your classmate here. Climate is what you can affect directly. Okay, so many climates together they form a culture. Okay, the company has a culture. It's formed by the many climates of each individual. Okay, so you have your climate around you, the people you contact and you work with. Okay, and you have power to affect your climate. And when you do that, consequently, you affect the culture, overall culture.
Okay.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
All right. Let's do this! Deliver positive feedback. Yes. To your co-workers, Míriam. Let's praise them. Let's positive. Oh, yeah! Bring it on. I like it. I used to be a musician. I play on stage, so I like it. I remember my old times. Yeah, enough. Okay. Deliver positive feedback to your coworkers. This is not difficult. This is the easiest part, I guess, but it's important. It's easy and it's important. It's easy and it's important, so let's do it, right? So what you're gonna do, Míriam, you're gonna give me positive feedback. So use the combination of words from 1.1, these ones here, okay, to give positive feedback. Let me exemplify first, okay? And you try to do something with the expressions later, all right? Míriam, do you have a moment? I'd like to share some thoughts on your performance last month.
Okay, of course.
Yeah? All right, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. First off, okay, I'm really impressed because Novembers are usually tough for English schools, right?
Yeah, very tough.
Very tough, right? And you were able to meet the targets and also surpass them. You made it possible for us to not only cover our costs, but also make a significant profit, right? So how do you feel about it?
Feeling very good, very excited about it, because I'm not waiting for it, you know?
Fantastic. Oh, and if we're measuring your performance by the outcomes, then you did amazingly well. Congratulations.
Thank you. But I have help. You and my team. Team Black and White is the bomb.
It's the bomb. Okay, it is. All right.
Yeah. So
Míriam,
we work
thank
together.
you so much. Thank you so much, really, for your commitment. You know,
Okay, thank you.
What I did here is like a feedback, a positive feedback, following like a structure of asking permission to talk to you if it's okay, it's a good moment, and then stating what I'm going to talk to you about, and then laying out the feedback, all right? And of course, thank you in the end, and that's it. Okay, so now you do it from the very beginning. Pretend I'm working and you're gonna approach me, okay?
Okay. Hello, Bruno.
Hi, Míriam.
Hi, do you have 5 minutes for a fast conversation?
Sure thing. Just 5 minutes, no problem. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah, just 5 minutes.
What's this about?
Oh, first of all, I want to thank you about your work. The things in these 2 months or 3 months in the end of the year is lower, right? For
Yeah, it is.
English schools in general, but you have been a great boss, and you were able to identify our needs during this time. How are able to pay attention to too many details on black and white, or my department, or coordination department, no teachers, and it's a lot of work. I know, a lot of work. It's not so easy, right?
Indeed, it's not. It's not so easy. Sometimes I go crazy.
But you did it. But you did it. And we are growing. We are growing day by day, month by month. So it's because of you. I have to say thank you, Bruno, for your spectacular job during this 2020, this crazy 2020.
Thank you, Míriam, as well, okay, for your kind words, and also for your support, because without your support, I wouldn't, be capable of actually achieving everything we'd achieved, right?
Thank you.
That's it, Míriam. Go back to teacher-student mode. So, you see? All good?
Yes. All
Fine.
Good.
Positive things should be easier, okay? And are easier, Do the positive first. Then when you have to do the negative, when you have to do the corrective, everything's gonna be easier, and people are gonna be more prone to listen to what you have to say, okay? When you have to make a correction. Okay, Míriam, let's continue here. Match one of Mintzberg's 10 managerial roles from the box with its definition below. Okay, Míriam, can you read the first one here?
Performing symbolic duties as a representative of the organization. Figurehead.
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 Okay, and careful with duties. Second one, Míriam.
Collecting all types of information that are relevant and useful to the organization. Monitor. Developing and maintaining business networks. Liaiser.
Very good.
Spotting opportunities, being innovative, and championing changing products, services, or business processes. Entrepreneur. Dealing with unexpected challenges and crises. Disturbance handler. Negotiation with individuals and dealing with their other organizations. As a negotiator. Communicating information from inside the organization to outsiders. Spokesperson.
Yes. Okay. Next, Míriam.
Deciding on the most appropriate use of the organization's resource allocator.
Resource allocator.
Communicating information from outside the organization to relevant groups inside the organization. Disseminator.
Disseminator.
And finally, me.
Establish the organizational culture and motivating the staff. It's a leader.
Leader.
Leader. All right. Very nice. So Miriam, which of these roles are part of your job?
Developing and maintaining business networks.
Liaiser.
Liaiser.
Oh, Míriam is a liaiser. All right. What else?
A negotiator,
Fancy.
of
A
course.
negotiator, liaiser, negotiator. What else, me?
Spokesperson.
Spokesperson. You see, you're always, in contact, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like interpersonal roles, right?
Yeah.
How about you, Miriam's classmate? I want to know from you, which roles do you incorporate, in your job? Send on the comments, all right? Type it there. Let's continue, Míriam.
Let's go.
Okay then. Complete these testimonials from alumni, students from an MBA program using words or expressions from A, B, or C. So Míriam, I'm going to play and you're going to use a pen to write down the words you listen, okay? Not only you, Míriam, you too, you do it. Grab a pen and paper, okay? And write down these words in blank here, okay? Because the audio is gonna say them, okay? The audio is gonna say them.
Being able to make a profit is really only a tiny aspect of business. Interacting with experts from the various fields of management as well as collaboration with other students taught me to challenge my assumptions of the role of management. Amongst other things, the course gave me a practical insight into soft management skills as well as helping to develop my creative thinking skills.
Where is she from, Míriam?
From India.
From India, all right. So you read now, okay? And while you read, you start giving the answers, okay?
So, being able to make a profit is really only a tiny aspect of business. Interacting with it, tiny, okay. Interacting with experts from the various fields of management as well as collaboration with other students taught me to challenge my assumptions of the role of management. Amongst other things, the course gave me a practical insight into soft management skills as well as helping to develop my creative thinking skills.
Yeah, here you go. Profit, interacting, collaboration, assumptions, develop, and thinking.
I now have a better idea about managerial work in general. As a marketing manager, I was able to integrate my previous experience with marketing. In addition, discussion of the more complex issues of psychology during the course means that I am now much better at identifying and meeting the needs of my customers. I also learned how to become a much more effective communicator.
I now have a better idea about managerial work in general. As a marketing manager, I was able to integrate my previous experience with marketing. In addition, discussion of the more complex issues of psychology during the course means that I am now much better at identifying and meeting the needs of my customers. I also learned how to become a much more effective communicator.
All right, let's check it out. Managerial, integrate, discussion, complex issues, identifying needs, communicator. Very good.
The part-time executive program gave me the chance to put the theory into practice immediately. I am responsible for setting and meeting production targets for a small electronics firm. I learnt about the different management responsibilities. This knowledge has made it easier for me to stick to an agreed budget for production and to apply key performance indicators to monitor performance more accurately.
Australian accent, right?
Really?
An Aussie.
Australian.
An Aussie broad. Okay, so Míriam, can you read?
The part-time executive program gave me the chance to put the theory into practice immediately. I am responsible for setting and meeting production targets for a small electronics firm. I learned about the different management responsibilities. This knowledge has made it easier for me to stick to an agreed budget for production and to apply key performance indicators to monitor performance more accurately. Accurately.
Remember to emphasize the beginning of the word and the rest you barely say. Accurately. There you go. Setting, meeting, responsibilities, budget indicators. All correct, right?
Okay.
Not only did I learn how to become a team player, but I was able to develop my own personal leadership skills. And by the end, I had become a much more effective communicator. I'm far from becoming a figurehead, but I do have much more confidence and have applied for management jobs in several different sectors of industry. I hope that soon I'll be able to mentor a junior member of staff and put it all into practice.
Where is she from, Míriam?
British.
She's British. All right.
Very, very British.
Okay. So, Míriam, can you read from the beginning here?
Not only did I learn how to become a team player, but I was able to develop my own personal leadership skills. And by the end, I had become a much more effective communicator. I'm far from becoming a figurehead, but I do have much more confidence and have applied for management jobs in several different sectors of industry. I hope that soon I'll be able to mentor a junior member of staff and put it all into practice.
Player, leadership, communicator, figurehead. Careful here, Míriam. Figurehead. Sectors, industry, and manner. All right. Very good, Míriam. What I want to know from you now is which roles here give more feedback?
I think collecting all type of information they are relevant and useful to the organization.
You mean monitor? The monitor?
Yeah, monitor. Resource allocator.
Oh, the resource allocator, all right. And Míriam,
It's resource
don't forget,
allocator.
last but not least, the leader, yeah?
Leader, whoa!
Oh yeah, only if you're a
Not
good
out.
leader, right? If you're not,
Yeah. No
okay.
need.
Now let's continue. What is gonna happen now? What is gonna happen now? Correct.
Question markers. Corrective.
Corrective feedback. Okay, because before we practiced the positive feedback, right? Okay, and I want you to imagine that you give your assistant plenty of positive feedback. Okay, the rule of thumb is 5 positive to 1 corrective. To create a climate around you that receives corrective feedback well, you should obey this 5 to 1 ratio. Okay, and now it's time to give a corrective feedback, because you identified it's necessary. So remember, feedback shouldn't be a monologue, it's a conversation. Feedbacks are not about personality, they're about work-related activities and tasks. Now, something new. Pay attention to me. Choose one behavioral improvement at a time. One.
Just one.
Just one per corrective feedback, okay? it's important to be credible at the behavior being addressed. Okay, if you're giving a feedback to a person who is always late, but you are also late most of the time, you're not credible, okay, to give that feedback, you know. The feedback sandwich is dispensable if you keep a positive feedback routine. You can cut straight to the chase, okay? Why? Because the positive feedback routine, so the sandwich happens across feedbacks, okay? So you have 5 feedback being the bread, the upper bread, yeah? And then you have the corrective, it's the burger, right? It's the meat, actually, all right? And then you have another set of incredible feedbacks, you know, that's the lower bread, okay? So it's actually the sandwich is across feedbacks. You collect 11 feedbacks and you think that's my sandwich. Long 5 positive, 1 corrective, 5 positive again. Okay, that's how we had to think.
Okay.
Ask permission for the feedback, like we did, yeah, as we did before. Is this a good time? Yeah. Our New Zealander friends would say, Steven, state your intention for the feedback. Yeah. So, I have some ideas to share with you about, okay? So the person knows what you're going to talk about, all right? Even if it's negative, if you put it this way, it doesn't seem like a bad thing, right? You don't trigger the fight or flight instinct of the person, you know? So you say, I have to share some ideas with you about, it's, you know, lighter. And 8, be as specific as possible regarding the situations in which the behavior was shown. Okay? Don't be subjective. Don't be like, you need to be calmer, you know, calmer during the interviews or something. No, mention the situation when the person was not calm. So they don't, I don't be more specific. They're going to ask you to be specific. Okay? So just go ahead and be specific head on, you know? Okay, me, got it?
Okay, got it.
You too? You got it? Míriam's classmate? This is gold. This is good stuff here.
Very good.
So here you got the behaviors you must address, you know, but remember, you're not gonna address all of them. Okay, so we have to think about everything we read so far and make some decisions here, okay? So your commercial assistant, Míriam, is displaying some patterns that need to be addressed. The main behaviors are, he's not following the dress code while meeting with clients, too casual. Lately, he's been interrupting the clients while they're still speaking. He's been forgetting to do some of the tasks you assigned to him. He's being moody, either too euphoric or too quiet. And it's the 4th time he's late for work this month. Which behavior you're going to address here?
Well, for me, a big problem is wrong dress code with clients, you know, because the image of the company of our...
Yeah. So Míriam, now we're going to go through the structure of the feedback, okay? So it is the 5-step feedback. First one, name the behavior you see and stop talking. The person is going to probably self-correct. You have to give a chance, okay? Yeah, you know, and they can talk, right? And it's a conversation, remember, it's not a monologue. So sometimes that's gonna be enough. You're gonna have a nice organic conversation and then you can even skip some steps. But sometimes it's not gonna be enough. And then you're gonna have to go to number 2, okay? Compare the behavior you see to what's agreed, expected, or the rule. In this case of the uniform or the dress code is the rule, right? Number 3, reveal the impact of the behavior on you, the team, the client, the project, himself, okay? But you have to pick one. Select one of these. Which one does the person care the most about, okay? And then you pick the one and use that one, all right?
Okay.
4, tell him what you know to be true about his overall behavior or character. Number 4, it's called the oasis. You can say, overall good things about what you know to be a fact about the person's, even the person's character. And then number 5, plan for moving forward. So you have to try to predict potential setbacks and solutions to those setbacks, and a clear action step, what you're gonna do after this, okay? With a timeline for when you're going to discuss this again. Because when you establish like, okay, we'll talk about this again in 30 days, let's say, okay? And then again after 15 days. So now it's like you create like a contract, okay? And you guys are shaking hands like, oh, we're gonna have to be careful about this because this subject is not over. And then of course, Míriam, thank you, right? Thank you. Okay. You just don't forget that you have to ask permission as well, and state what you're going to talk about, remember? And then you start following this. What's my name? I'm gonna be your assistant.
Richard. Okay,
I'm Richard. Okay, Ricky, yeah? Ricky for you.
Ricky. Hey Ricky, how are you?
Hey me, everything okay? How about you?
Are you too busy right now?
No, yeah, kinda, but it can wait.
Okay, can you give me 5 minutes to have a conversation?
What for? Just a conversation?
I have some ideas to share with you.
Oh, sure. Let's do this. 5 minutes. I have it. Let's do this.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, Ricky. One thing. Dress code.
Okay. Good. Bad. My dress code. Okay. Yes.
In general.
Yeah. So my usually I have the uniform, but I have just the one now because the other one is stained. So it's taken a long time to dry, you know. And I don't know. Maybe I should get another set of uniform or something because that's why I started just wearing what I have. But isn't this enough?
Yeah.
Isn't this beautiful enough?
Yeah. Today is very good, but we had a situation last week. I don't know if you remember, but we had a important meeting with a company.
Oh,
did you remember?
Yeah. I do. I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we agree you have to use our uniforms in these occasions because it's very important for our clients. And we agree with that. Sometimes, Ricky, this kind of situation, our clients care about this,
That's true.
So sometimes could be I forgot the word, deal breaker.
A deal breaker.
Deal breaker,
It's true, Míriam. I think that's we closed the deal, right? But it could be a deal breaker, right? It could be a deal breaker. And we would never find out, right, the reason, right? But it probably could have been my casual looks.
And I know how you care about the company. So this kind of situation you can avoid. You must avoid this kind of situation. But if you need more shirts, or I can provide it for you, I can.
Yeah, I prefer the black shirt,
Yeah.
What can I say? Don't worry, it's gonna be better from now on for sure.
Yeah. By the way, you look good with black shirts.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You look very good, and I know. And the next weeks, we will provide the shirts for you, and let's move on. And
Agreed.
In 45 days, we can talk again. What do you think?
I think it's good. In 45 days, we're going to have this conversation.
Okay.
It's going to be much better. You're going to see.
Okay, Ricky. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's work.
Let's work. That's it, Míriam. You didn't focus on the personality, right? You brought the specific situation. Okay, so there wasn't really, when he tried to, yeah, I don't have clothes and this and that, uniform, and then you brought the situation, right? So you showed what was expected, right? The rule, actually. And then you told what, the oasis, what you know to be true about, him. And then a plan, and then a timeline to talk again, and then thank you. And that's it. And the impact, you told about the impact on the client. You said the client, right? I think.
Yeah, the company.
The company. Yeah, and then you said,
Yeah.
you talked about the impact on the company, and then how I am committed to actually, how I care about the company, right? So it was like aligned. This is very good. Your number 3 and number 4 were aligned. I care, come on, man. It's gonna impact on the company. And then you said, and I know how you care about the company. So there was a coherence to your feedback, which was very good. Very good. Okay. And then you can practice this more, practice this more.
Yes.
The more you give these feedbacks, the better you get at them. Okay. Very nice, Míriam. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Where
and
is
now,
the sound?
your classmate. No, but first your classmate has to give feedback too. Yeah. Your turn. Your classmate has to give feedback about what? What about late? The person is late all the time.
Okay.
So you have to give a feedback to one of your subordinates who is always late, okay? Who's been late for a while now, and you decided to give the corrective feedback. Follow these 5 steps, okay? Don't forget to ask the permission as well, okay? And state what you're going to talk about in the beginning. Then follow these 5 steps, okay? And send on the comments. Do it orally and then send. Make a script, do it orally, and then send on the comments. Okay? We want to see it, right, Míriam?
Yes.
All right, so let's check what we achieved today, guys. What we achieved together. You, Míriam, myself, what we achieved. Okay, let's check it out. Wrap up time. So we had a management and MBA class. We focus on feedback, all right, and skills expressing management-related concepts. Check. Identifying roles within management. Oh yes, checked. Honing your business English pronunciation. Yes, we focused a lot on pronunciation today. Yes. Identify the different English-speaking natives' accents. We did this. We had a strong focus on that. Yeah. Planning feedbacks. Yes. And delivering feedbacks. Okay. We did it. It was a nice class, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah. This class was amazing. Seriously, it's very, very good.
I know.
Love it.
I liked it. It was good for me. Loved it. Yeah. It was. I learned so much preparing for this class and everything. Right. Okay. So we had such a great class today, Míriam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one and see you on next class.
See ya.
Bye-bye. And bye-bye, classmate. Say goodbye to your classmate.
Yeah, bye, classmates.
Bye-bye. See you guys.
See you next class.